3 seconds. Here we are. Well, welcome to this Dental Guys podcast, John. Live from Chicago. We've been talking about this.
Yeah, American Academy of Fixed Prosthodontics. If you guys have been following us for a while, you know we were here last year, and that was our first time at this meeting, and it was an eye-opener because, you know, we had heard about the meeting, we had seen the lineup, but we had never been, and we were able to cover that meeting last year and really have some amazing interviews with people, and here we are back. Let's talk about the backstory, kind of how we got to where we are right now, because if you notice behind us, you see this background, and that Quintessence is helping us to present this podcast, really this whole meeting coverage. It all started back when we began our coverage with zero bone loss concepts.
Yeah, zero bone loss concepts, and we have enjoyed doing the Dental Guys Book Club, if we've called it.
Yeah,
right?
the book club.
A commentary on a book. We didn't know how that would be perceived, and immediately we got some feedback from Tomas himself.
Right.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, and then we get Quintessence themselves reaches out to, because of course Quintessence is the publisher of this book.
Right.
And you know, a lot of great books and journals that you're probably, if you're reading books and journals, you no doubt know exactly who they are. And they reached out to us and said, hey, we like what you're doing. You know, we like what you're doing here, and we would love to you know, talk with you more. And so fast forward now a few months, and they wanted to give us the opportunity to come here and to talk to some of the speakers that also have done work with them.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting last night talking to a lot of leadership in Quintessence, just kind of learning about their company and just talking about how, you know, print media and journals and books are here to stay. In fact, they're growing.
Right.
That's something
they print more now than they ever have.
Yep. And, you know, so if you want to learn a technique, it was just interesting to hear, you know, people talking about the fact that books still have their place and journals still have their place. Even though some things are changing, that has kind of remained the same. So, so let's talk about this meeting, what we're going to be, who's here, what we're going to be, you know, hearing, some of the things we'll hopefully get a chance to talk about.
Listen, if you're a general dentist or a prosthodontist or really any specialist, you know about this meeting. If you haven't been to this meeting, it's at the same time as the Chicago Midwinter.
Right.
So it's a great meeting to kind of, you called it Geeks Corner of the Chicago Midwinter.
It is. I mean, you've got there's 5 different meetings, I think it is, going on over these few days here in Chicago.
Right.
And this meeting is, it's kind of the Geeks Corner version of Chicago Midwinter. You're going to have a lot of great exhibitors here. Of course, Chicago's got, you know, much more in terms of exhibitor, the size and scale of it. But what we're seeing here,
like the creme.
This is the high level.
Right.
You know, kicking off the morning with Dennis Tarnow, for instance. You know, I mean, you're not going to see that at Chicago Midwinter. Doesn't mean Midwinter's not great. It's great, but it's a different focus.
Right.
This is focused on people trying to take their practice to the next level, which is what we always talk about. And, you know, to have Dennis Tarnow kicking off the morning with the topic being interdisciplinary management of aesthetically compromised cases. You know, we just, on the way here, were reading some articles, some journal articles about that Dennis's group had published both on abutment contour, critical and subcritical contours, and also on bone grafting around with custom tissue formers with BioOS, and talking about, you know, his dual zone concept. And so here we are going to kick off a discussion on aesthetically compromised cases.
And we're hoping to get the interview. I know that Quintessence is helping us out to work with people that they work with, and we would love to have.
And then, you know, later this morning we've got, I mean, everybody's good.
Yeah.
Everybody's good, but
Mario Fredini.
Yeah, okay. Fradiani is going to be here. Avi Bidra, who's from UConn, that's where I went to school. He is one of the foremost in full arch fixed reconstruction with zirconia, talking about scientific evidence and from absence of evidence, which I thought that was interesting topic. And then this afternoon, we got Ron Young coming up talking about decision making and what we learned from wrong decisions and complications. And then we're going to be talking about CAD/CAM dentures, a new paradigm with Nadeem Baba at the end of the day. That's just day one. So this is high level. And the people that you get to rub shoulders with here are a little different than just your average meeting.
I think they care. I think dentists here really care about the care that they're giving to their patients. And if you want to be around people that are really want to talk shop, because this is this is the nuts and bolts. And yeah, it is a geek fest. And if you're serious about, fixed pros and, rehabilitations and some of these things that are just really difficult to treat.
Yep.
Again, it is next level stuff.
And I think you have here basic researchers that are translating their basic research over into clinical. I think that's what I saw last year is, we had some of these poster presentations, residents, a ton of residents here. Almost, I think every PROS program probably is represented from the U.S. and internationally as well. And a lot of high-level posters, but you also have that being translated on the podium. They're not up there talking about grain size. They're talking about, hey, how does that matter? What does that matter for what we do in our clinical practice? So that's the thing I like about this is we're seeing, the highest level of science right next to the highest level of clinical.
So I know we're live on Quintessence Facebook page, and we're live on the Dental Guys Facebook page, and we're also live on the Dental Guys YouTube channel. And if you're joining us right now, or maybe you're going to pick up this post-stream, we appreciate you. And if you want to listen to more from this meeting, we are going to be live streaming these interviews and discussions surrounding the topics that they're going to be discussing on the main podium. So it's almost, in a sense, we're going to bring you to the meeting.
That's right.
And we're kind of like the exclusive podcast here. I don't see anybody else around here podcasting, and which that's awesome, right?
Yeah, and we're going to get to take some of these speakers and hopefully come in and dissect a little bit of what they've said, maybe ask some questions about that, let them kind of tell you a little bit about what's going on. And what we want you to do as well is interact with us. Let us know if you're looking at the program right now, if you're not here, or even if you are here, let us know who you want us to talk to. Give us some thoughts on who you'd like to see us interview, what topics are interesting to you, as we're going to be taking that into account with who we bring on. And make sure you give us, if you're not already subscribed to us, if this is the first time you've maybe heard of us, even if you're here at the meeting and you're seeing the live stream or you're seeing us over here doing our thing, come and follow us and join with us and kind of on our journey as we continue to advance our knowledge. And we're super thankful for Quintessence having us here for the meeting, having us here again last year, and we just had a blast. So Wes, it should be a fun day.
I'm excited about it. Listen, if you have someone that is interested in hearing more about what's going on here, this is the place to start. Kind of find out like what this meeting's about. That's what we're going to try to do, is bring the heartbeat of this meeting.
That's right.
And I'm excited over the next say 24 to 48 hours what we're going to be doing. So we'll be in touch with you, and how you find out about us is just stay tuned to those social media outlets that we mentioned, the Facebook pages, the Dental Guys, the YouTube channel, the Dental Guys, and Quintessence Facebook page. It's going to be great, and so.
Yeah, so we'll be back in touch and look forward to spending some more time with you guys at the American Academy of Fixed Pros meeting.